So let's address what happened today. Because earlier on today, what we saw was that the Senate, they were already in agreement that yes, let's pass the $10 billion to go towards additional COVID relief. Well, that was earlier today because just recently, just a few hours ago, the Senate GOP technically blocked the vote for this bill. Now, this bill, it actually didn't go through with a vote of 47 to 52. And here's what you need to keep in mind. There were two Democrats that voted against it. One of them was Senator Ron Wyden. The other one was Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. The reason why Senator Ron Wyden voted against this is because by having this go through, according to my research, it would actually rescind ARP funds to different states. But one of the reasons why Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer voted against this didn't have the votes. And the only reason why he voted no was because only people that vote with the majority party, okay, so with the I guess Republicans in this case, they can reconsider their vote as opposed to going back through the process and invoking cloture once again. So that's really the only reason why, but still, we are only, even if Senator Schumer votes with Democrats, it's still 48 to 51. They do not have the votes yet. So that's what's going on right now. But again, we will see what happens there. The expectation is we will see more people agree, but there has to be something done with Title 42. Okay? That's where all this stuff is going. So just understand, if you're seeing on the news Title 42, this has to do with this $10 billion regarding COVID. Okay? So we will see what happens very soon on that. And again, I will keep you updated on all that information as soon as we get it. Here's something else that happened today, which the reports came out today, but this is supposed to happen tomorrow. That's the Biden administration. They're planning on extending the student loan payment pause from May 1st to August 31st. Now, this is a very bold move, and I did a whole video on this just a little while ago. But the reason why I say this is a bold move is because something will have to be done. Either President Biden will have to extend the student loan payment pause once again after August 31st, or he will have to go and provide student loan forgiveness at that point. Now, not doing either one and making payments resume right before the midterm elections, that would hurt Democrats completely. So here's what I can tell you. This is looking like it's going to be one of those campaign promises, right? That President Biden will most likely be able to provide up to $10,000 in student loan forgiveness. But here's the problem. Democrats are already saying that this is just another blanket approach to provide stimulus and relief to the American people by going over the heads of Congress, which is essentially what President Biden is doing. Because for the average student loan payment, you're paying about $400 per month. So what Republicans are saying is you are simply just giving people free money, but this should be something that goes through Congress. But yet Congress can't get anything done. So that's what we're seeing there. And again, this could mean more of a blanket approach for the American people. Is if we see things like this get done, what's to say that other provisions couldn't be passed or other executive orders can't be passed or signed from President Biden to provide relief to the American people? And that's what many Republicans are arguing is, where's the line? Where do we stop? So I promise I'll fill you in on that. But as of right now, like I said in the video that I did earlier, there looks like there will be more relief to more people. It's just a matter of time. Something else happened today as well. Today it was a very busy day. But today, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage crossed over 5%. I believe it was just 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago that it crossed over 4%. Now, this is the first time that mortgage rates have gone this high since 2011. Well, except there's a couple days in 2018 where rates went over 5%. But the big worry now is that this is greatly reducing Americans' buying power. The homes that are currently on the market, right? They're sitting there. There's not a lot of people buying. Just in my area, I've seen a handful, just within a couple blocks from me, I've seen a handful of new listings pop up on the market, and they have sat there over the last few weeks. Just sat there. There's no open house, right? There's no pending sign. There's no sold sign. Nothing, which is very scary. As somebody that invests in real estate, that is extremely, I'm extremely worried about that, because this could happen quicker than many people are expecting. And according to many reports, they're saying we could easily see 6% in a matter of weeks. So the other issue is that the Federal Reserve is going to keep raising rates. So the expectation is rates are not going to stop. They're going to keep going up, up, and up until eventually something brings them back down. And as of right now, let's address what the Fed is saying, because this was the other big news from today, is that multiple people from the Federal Reserve actually came out and spoke. Now, they talked about how they are going to take care of inflation. They're going to fight inflation. Even Bernard, she said today, and I quote, "It is of paramount importance to get inflation down." And Mary Daly, she stated, and I quote, "I understand that inflation is as harmful as not having a job. That if you have a job and you can't pay your bills, or I feel like I can't save for what I need to do, then it's keeping you up at night." She also went on and added, and I quote, "Most Americans, most people, most businesses, hopefully people in tribal nations, you all have confidence that we're not going to let this go forever." Talking about inflation. "But if you don't have that confidence, let me give it to you. The Fed is going to tighten much quicker. They are expected to raise rates, based off that 0.25%, right? That's what they're going to do. Do it for another 6 times, next 6 meetings over the next, 7 months? Yeah, 7, 8 months. That was the expectation. The problem is that expectation may have just been thrown out the window, because some are saying that we have to fight inflation much better. We're not doing a good job. And again, in just 8, 9 days, we are going to have the new CPI report. The expectation just from that is it's going to be a disaster. And if that's a disaster, then how quickly are we really going to get inflation under control? Because we're seeing gas prices come down, but they're coming down slowly. The expectation is they're still way too high, which means, and according to multiple reports, they're expecting we're going to see prices get pushed up as soon as more people start to travel. But there's an issue there is, well, how many people actually have money to travel? Again, and let me know down in the comment section below. Are you planning any big vacations? You going on a cruise? You going to go jump on an airplane and go fly somewhere? You going to go to Disney World, Disneyland? I'm just curious, what are you guys doing? Because what I'm seeing is a lot of people are reconsidering their spring and summer plans, pushing things back because, well, prices are just too high. I actually spoke with a friend. He was supposed to go to Hawaii. Well, the price was going to be about $400 when he was looking. Now it's going to be about $1,100. So he's not going to Hawaii. Also talked to many people that were considering about buying a home. And when prices were, well, again, they're still elevated, but the problem now is the interest rates are so high that their purchasing power has been reduced, which means the sellers are still asking the same amount. The problem there is they cannot afford that, because if we're at 5% interest rate right now and it keeps going up, guess what? You're not going to be able to afford the homes that you're looking at just 2 months ago. So a lot of stuff's happening right now, but one thing I tell you is not really going forward is, are we going to see fourth stimulus checks? No. Are we going to see the child tax credit payments? At this point, no. Are we going to see any additional assistance in the form of an actual check to the American people? At this point, the answer is no on a federal level, because of inflation. That's it. They're worried about inflation. If we continue to see runaway inflation, we are likely to see a recession, and many economists are already predicting a recession is going to be happening sometime in the early part of 2023. So again, this time next year, we could potentially be in the middle of a recession. So, as always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on, share all latest news and updates. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.